Hello everyone, it's Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Waike in the building.
Good morning,
Good
Murayo.
to see you, Waike. How are you doing?
I'm fine. You weren't here on Tuesday. I didn't see you.
Yes.
But I want to complain about something.
Okay.
You know, I have noticed that when you do things the right way in Nigeria, you fail. When you follow the right path, you now seem like a fool. You know, you are in traffic. I'm in traffic. It's all the people that come from the side that get through, and nobody to stop them. And then you are back. You are back.
You look like a fool.
Looking like a fool. Not that you are looking like you are even a fool, because you are the one doing the right thing. You know, it's the same thing with the opening. People are opening left, right, and center. You are complying.
And then you feel like...
and people are saying, share they're near me. Everybody's opening. Yeah. You know, so that's my lamentation this morning. But why is it when you do the right thing in Nigeria? We haven't encouraged
the right things, and we are seeing obvious
But just like you said now, there are people that are not supposed to open clubs, for example. They've opened. You that you are
complying, you're not getting encouraged.
You're not getting nothing that nobody even acknowledging that you've actually done the right thing.
No acknowledgement, no nothing. Like, I haven't paid salaries this month. I can't even. I've just told them for last month. Just manage yourself like that too. I will find a way. I have to find a way. But you keep complaining. But there are people on our streets they will open. Yeah. They don't send.
But we had Joke Silva on the show, and she mentioned that there was a sort of grant that will be given to as palliatives for the entertainment industry intervention. And just apply, YK.
I've heard. I'm not a beggar. So, you know, it's just annoying that.
I told you that YK is not the kind of person that does that kind of thing. Yeah.
You are doing things the right way. In fact, they have even been sending their tax. I just look at the tax like this and say, come and kill me.
Apply for the grant and pay your tax. You've been paying your taxes. You have a right to it more than many other people.
We'll link you up with her. I'm sure you have a number anyway, so you guys can. It will make it simpler for you. How are you doing, Chokwe?
I'm good. I'm grateful to God. Someone sent me a message yesterday about, and she has sent it since, looking for job. And we all get those kind of messages of people looking for job, really begging, send CV. And it just, with all sense of humility, in the past few days of my business, we've paid out commissions to people, and the last person got 500,000 naira. And I told her, I said, the best advice I can give you is attend trainings on marketing and sell my real estate. I said, you will make more than anybody will pay you at the end of the month. I didn't get a reply from her. I just saw, okay. But I see that there isn't enthusiasm towards it. We want that job where you sit down and somebody, whether you sell, you don't sell, whether anything works, doesn't work, you get paid salaries.
I even have one juicy job like this that's available. Someone I'm looking for, somebody sent me the JD. Fantastic position. There's a criteria. I'm looking for that person. I'll try to post it and see if I can get someone. It's a very fantastic job. I wish I can get a good person for that role.
To fit in.
The name is Ogata.
Yes, that's what people want. So I'm saying that, no, you have to be productive and then earn your commission.
Anyway. How are you doing?
Calm down. Somebody's chance to talk. My father is 70. Happy birthday, Daddy.
Is it
so excited. Ogweshi. Kingsley Adimabwa Ije. Thank you so much for being a wonderful father. You gave me everything that I needed. I didn't see the need to follow a man because of money, because you took care of your one and only daughter. Why I'm so excited is father, he outlived all of his parents. His father died in his 60-something. The mother died in her 50-something. And I told him, if you get to 70, 80, I'm going to say, I actually planned a big party for him. COVID-19, no need. So this morning, I just sent him his package. Just Bewu. And I called him and he blessed me this morning. Happy birthday, Daddy. I love you.
So if you see BC's father, they are like carbon copy. BC is like a splitting image of our dad.
So I took
everything, you know. We celebrate you, sir.
Unfortunately, we got lots of birthday shout-out. But unfortunately, we've been asked not to continue because I guess the format of your view, we're just testing the waters. We know at some time management was like, so we are not allowed to give our shout-outs anymore. It's only for personal, close family relatives that we're allowed to, but not for the general.
Wake Up Nigeria has a full segment.
Wake Up Nigeria does have that opportunity to give out shout-outs. So you can actually extend your shout-out to Wake Up Nigeria, and they'll definitely mention it for you. But unfortunately, your view cannot go ahead with that segment. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Welcome back. So before we move on to the papers, in commemorating the 2021 International Women's Day, the ladies of Your View will be joining other women across the world to promote gender equality and inclusion. We choose to challenge to create a better world for all. We also encourage fans to share what they choose to challenge via a video using the hashtag #ChooseToChallenge and hashtag YourViewChooseToChallenge and hashtag YourViewTVC so we can see your videos and share. So excited. This is International Women's Day, Women's Month and all that. Cool. All right, let's move on quickly to the papers. I'm going to do it today. The Nation. Presidency. Bandits carrying AK-47 to be shot on sight. Boom. Oh, Northeast States, OK State Police. Hashtag NSAS. $2 million, 17 million naira stolen. So $2 million, 17 million naira stolen from my palace, says Obakiolu. Broadcaster actor Sadiq Daba is dead, and 2.3 million registered for COVID-19 vaccination within 24 hours. Okay, did you guys register for the COVID-19? Me, I registered.
No, I didn't register.
No, they asked for so many details, but initially I was initially reluctant, but eventually I registered. So I'm among these 2.3 that quickly.
I'm still skeptical about it. I'm thinking about it. And the producer told me this morning, oh, they don't even have enough to give to you. Carry your shakarang.
But I've registered.
You are still too young. I can actually register and get
immediately
because I'm almost 60.
Yeah.
So, but
so you get priority, right?
I want to just say rest in peace to Sadiq Daba.
Yeah.
Brilliant actor, brilliant broadcaster, a lovely human being.
Yeah.
Humble, a lovely human being. Rest in peace.
And he was in October 1st, and that was one of the last movies he did.
Yeah, he did Citation. Citation was
one of, yes.
Just recently.
Citation was
and Lide was in it, so she posted about it this morning.
The major
headline, please.
So our president is blowing very hot. He has given a directive to the service chiefs. If you see anybody carrying AK-47, gun them down.
Hey.
First, as in once you sight them, gun them down. He's also said that the no-fly zone in Zamfara State is still on. If you catch any helicopter, gun them down as well, because they are actually using those helicopters to drop arms for bandits. And there's a gold, illegal gold mining that's happening in Zamfara. So they drop the arms and pick up the gold. They have a gold market in Dubai. The government is losing money. The state is losing money. So he's clamping down on every illegality in Zamfara State.
What I need to say here is the world abhors a vacuum. If you are not making use of your gold, there are people that will come and make use of your gold for you. I mean, we are dependent on oil. Gold is a viable mineral.
Very valuable.
That they can make so much money from. Why are you allowing Chinese and whoever to come and take your gold?
It's illegality. It's the people. It's our people. The Nigerians allowing
why
this
is the government not on top of the game?
Exactly.
They've started now.
So now,
what's wrong with them?
It simply means that our president just simply woke up, because we were talking about this issue for the past.
No, they said they are not sleeping. No, that people like you have been saying that they are sleeping and that they are awake. They want to show you.
We can see that they are awake.
That's why.
Because I have refused to celebrate statements on newspaper. I want to celebrate 3 months of no banditry.
Thank you.
I want to celebrate no kidnapping for 3 months. Until then, no celebration. When
I'm
they
not even
wake up,
celebrating, but the fact that our president can even wake up and say, shoot aside. That in itself, hey, President Buhari said that.
Stop saying it. Say he was not sleeping.
Okay.
You are the one saying he's sleeping now.
We thought he was sleeping, but thank God he's awake.
He say it's just to show you that they are not
ready. Awake.
They are little force.
Okay, moving on to the point.
They are awake since.
Moving on to the punch. All right, let's see more awake actions. The Punch. FG commissioners meet over sharing of 3.9 million vaccine doses today. Picture here, Sanwo-Olu sounds tough as trucks return to Apapa Highway. Mother of rapper illegally detained by Nigerian army seeks Buhari's help. Convicted internet fraudster to forfeit house, cars, cash and others. 1 billionaire kickback suit. Shorties to pay 1 billion naira if ex-BPE boss flees. Cattle, foodstuff traders end blockade, visit presidency over demands. And over 1,000 megawatts stranded due to gas shortage, unpaid invoices. Can we start with this traffic gridlock that happened?
Okay, then I'll take the rapper story.
Okay. So, okay, well, I have that story. Let me come to you very quickly. I know that our governor, initially we're excited and celebrating the fact that the electronic collapse system had come and everybody's excited. And talk where I think if people say, don't be excited, you know, these Lagos. Before we start celebrating, let us give it time. Okay, and we get, unfortunately, they didn't even allow the time to collapse. It's back to the gridlock, and our governor is quite upset about it. And he said that he's going to unveil the names of people behind that are profiting from this current system. Because he's insisting that we must go back to electronic system, and they're going to put the task force out there to ensure people comply. And the MPA boss has also said that this new electronic system is here to stay, and everybody who is not compliant will be arrested. I only hope that indeed they pull through with this, because Nima and a few people in that community were actually very happy that the sanity was restored. But unfortunately, it was just for a few days. And I just hope that the governor can insist and make sure that they go back to normalcy.
And we talk COVID-19?
A 40-year-old Helen Odaudu, the mother of a civilian Emmanuel, is complaining that her son has been in detention for 8 months. She said he was in the army. He performed with his uniform and put it on Facebook because he's a rapper. And they detained him and dismissed him. They detained him for 3 months and dismissed him. And then after that 3 months, they released him. But then they came and took him again, and he's been there since then. And he's been there for 8 months. And they should please, she's appealing to the president, she's appealing to the new chief of staff to please help her release him. And the army, then the Punch made some inquiries. They said, no, the reason they have dismissed him, they have detained him is not because of the video. Because another video, the same video now came out. You know how things recycle. And then it's because he was still collecting money, salary from the army after he had been dismissed. Wow. So the mother is saying, is it not you who stop the salary? Is it him that will stop the salary? It was, they said, sell your property or give us 1.3 million. She said, from where? He doesn't have anything now. He has been in detention for 3 months. Please,
I want civil society to help her.
People are clamoring with her and saying, please release this guy.
They have to release him.
Bandits, you want to give bandit amnesty.
Unfortunately, we have to move on. I wanted to take the vaccine story.
The shortest story too. The vaccine.
Well, we can't take the shortest, so let's take the vaccine.
Okay, yeah. So 2.3 million Nigerians have registered for the COVID-19 vaccines in just 24 hours that the platform was, opened up. And they're saying that they've gotten enough security officials to protect the vaccine so that nothing is done to it, people don't steal it, and it doesn't get into the wrong hands. And also, they are going to, the commissioners are going to be having a meeting today to determine how many they are going to get. They are still waiting till we'll get the next batch in May. And they are saying that this vaccine is not from the UK. It's from India, and we should not be scared because India has a record of producing most of the world's vaccines. So we should be rest assured that the vaccines have passed all the clinical trials and they are good to go.
The president is taking his own this Saturday, I think. A few others.
So why are they calling it Oxford or AstraZeneca? Why? I thought it was from Oxford.
Moving on, let's move on. We have very little time left. Vanguard. Shoot anyone with AK-47 in the bushes, says Buhari. NECO seizes results of 30,000 Niger students over 1 billion naira debt. Food blockade, Northern traders call off strike. NSA signs $1.4 billion deal with Moroccan investors. FG not keen about investigating Sheikh Gumi, says Khan. And I'll expose cabal behind Apapa gridlock, says Sanwo-Olu. Which story are we taking?
We missed the story, and I really want to take it because we've been complaining about the cleanup in Ogoni land. So 15 Ogoni pollution sites have been cleaned up. This was expressed by the Minister of Environment, Mohammed Mahmoud. Spoke after the FEC meeting, said that 6 billion naira was approved. It had started in 2016, and I remember we took the story then when the Vice President went there to flag off the cleanup, and now he's saying that he actually have cleaned 15 villages. The carbon pollution remedial project has been successful in 15 villages. I want villages to confirm if it has been successful, and we should celebrate what they have done as been done here.
All right. Which story?
NECO seizes results of over 30,000 students in Niger State. So the Niger State had already said they were not going to pay the examination fees for students who are non-indigent and indigents who are not able to have up to 7 credits. But then some of the indigents have paid, and they had seized the result because NECO is saying that the government is actually owing them. They've not paid them, so they are not going to release this result. Now, some of them did these examinations in 2019 to 2020. They do not have results to get into school. Their parents are clamoring and begging the state government to please pay NECO so that they can release the results of our children for them to be able to get into school.
Please, I want to take the Sheikh Gumi story because the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has mentioned that they disapprove and they call it shameful, the fact that the federal government has refused to follow up with what Sheikh Gumi said, which is, Sheikh Gumi has been quoted to say that the Muslims, that the soldiers that are involved in most of the criminalities are not Muslims, and that he was profiling, and that should be investigated. He also said that it is a remark that is related to the perceived insecurity in the land since the beginning of this administration. Khan is calling for investigation of what Sheikh Gumi said, and that if he has proof of guilt of some non-Muslims, because when you say it's non-Muslims, you are saying it's Christians. Please, let's not stoke war. Please, let's focus on peace.
And our final paper, Daily Trust. 101 soldiers abscond after Marte Dikwa attacks. Let's find a story we've not taken. Reps ask INEC to review federal constituencies. And ACF asked Buhari to extend flight ban to Benue, Taraba, and Borno. Which story are you taking, Daily Trust? Anybody?
We didn't take the story, but I have a very important story. So the Amalgamated Union of Foodstuff and Cattle Dealers of Nigeria followed up their industrial action.
Yes.
They had a meeting yesterday with the Governor Yahaya Bello, and he intervened. They have promised that foodstuffs and cattle will now start coming to the south, but they need to meet some criteria so that this does not reoccur again. And one of the criteria is the fact that they are usually taxed when they bring in foodstuffs. So there's a lot of extortion that happens. They spend about 250,000, which they now have to put on the prices of food, which makes it very expensive for us. So they are appealing to the federal government to ensure that they clear the roads for them so that they don't pay so much.
Thank you, BC, for taking that.
And we can get food, though.
Let me even thank you for taking that story, because I went to buy, I have this popular amala joint I go to in my office, and I went there. The woman, they used to sell 15 naira piece of meat. I usually buy about 400 naira piece of meat with my amala. She now said one piece of meat is 200 naira. Like that. So I had to buy just 2 pieces of meat, you know. But now I hope she ahead now when they've stopped it.
No, I actually sent someone to the market yesterday. The mile 12, things have come down.
Oh, fantastic!
Not down.
Yeah.
Like a sack of potato when I bought it a month ago was 10,000. It's now 12,000, as opposed to. It was probably like 20,000
anyway,
on Saturday.
I'll go to the Amala joint today, shall again. I'll go tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow.
It's the meat she bought since
our police our military is deserting, and
we have to
really
run.
Bad.
Unfortunately, that's all we can
the
take.
Daily Trust.
Yes, our police military are deserting.
That's why I want to take that Daily Trust. I thought nobody had it.
Oh, I had it.
Let's go. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
We love Fridays. No, we love Thursdays too. We
Dementia is setting.
Not dementia, reject it. Not dementia. Not dementia about.
You still
we can say menopause.
You know how she used to make fun of me?
Are you serious?
When I used to forget. You know when you say, God is powerful. Wait patiently.
The person will come and meet you.
Anyways, we love Thursdays because we get to talk about life issues. And so today, a veteran international musician, Lionel Richie, posted a picture of himself and his 30-year-old girlfriend. That picture apparently meant a lot of things to this social media community, as it had sparked a lot of back and forth, with some saying that 40 years is way too much. Others are saying it's a relationship, it's kind of a child abuse. The question now is, how much of age gap is okay between relationships? And can you genuinely fall in love with somebody who is with your father's age, way older? Can you genuinely, that's the key word, like in your heart of hearts, this is love? Is it possible? Please call us on 081 270 53687. Call us on 091 390 76948. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. All right, so this issue of is it okay to marry somebody that is way younger than you or way older than you? And is it true love, or is it just a marriage of necessity? In this kind of situation with Lionel Richie, you know, foreigners want to say, oh, they fell in love. Can you truly fall in love with that, with an old man? That's the question of this conversation. BC, why are you looking at me like that? You want to start? I might as well start with you.
You can fall in love with anybody. I don't think love has anything to do with age or
40 years difference.
It doesn't matter. You can actually fall in love. So what I see is a lot of women like, or let me not generalize. Some women like them way older because they believe that at that age, when there's a lot of age difference, the man has been there before you. He sees what is about to happen and he can protect you better. He loves you more. He pampers you more. He can, he's not always in your face, the way these small guys will be chewing gumming you up and down. He's not jealous, he's not in competition with you. He sees you as someone who's blossoming and he helps you grow into your own, and then they want to go that way. But for some people like me, it's a matter of preference. I don't like older men. My husband is just older than me.
We'll come to what you like.
No, hold on, I've not finished my analogy. So because I feel that personally I will not be free with someone who's much older. I would try to be like a good girl. I would try not to express so much. I would try not to be too disrespectful. So I felt there would be a lot of limitations and I may not be able to express myself in that relationship. But there are other people who feel that an elderly man, as long as he can take care of me, not financial now, he understands me. Okay. He's in a mental space where
I don't want you to finish the show in one conversation. So I want us to get different perspectives.
Number one, I don't believe that such love can happen. And the reason I don't believe it is because the way you know true love is it happens regardless of financial capacity. How often have you seen a young 30-something-year-old fall in love with a poor old man? It rarely happens. So because of that, in most cases, those kind of love happens when there is financial benefits to the love. And so I cannot see the love. I'm only seeing the monetary aspect of this part. So if it wasn't Lionel Richie, if he was a security man, if he was someone who was not disparaging people that work in capacity as a security man, but if he was a security man or a cleaner, and this young, beautiful 40-something-year-old or 30-something-year-old falls in love with a 70-year-old man that does not have any financial benefit to give, then I understand there is love. So, but if most cases it's always the richer, older man falls in love with a small girl, then the small girl knows what she's looking for.
Thank you for taking me there, because now brings me to my next question. Is a marriage about love? Must it be about love? Can we be a marriage of arrangement, agreement, and listen, secure me, I secure you, I give you the other room, you give me money, we are okay, it's an arrangement. Does it always have to have that love factor? Do we need that in marriages?
You don't know that sometimes money begets love.
Sweet things.
By the time you are showering me with everything, I will fall in love. so let's not.
So the money will precede the love.
No, the money can help the love.
The money helps. It begets. When you come, me that I am a pauper, you just come. Before I know it, you have bought me car. Hey,
take me to Dubai.
You have taken me to Dubai. You have bought me gold. You have bought me designer bag. All this I didn't have it in my wildest dreams.
I will love you straight.
You will not know when you start to fall in love.
So what it therefore is the essence of life. I mean, I'm taking us somewhere.
Okay.
Because we make it look, oh, we fall in love with the guy, you meet a guy, you guys grow together. That's what our parents taught us. You guys start from the scratch. And some people are saying, I don't want to start from scratch. I want a man who is already made. And why do we shy away from your child saying, okay, daddy, I want to go and marry your friend who's maybe a widower and he is financially stable. And a father says, you cannot marry my friend because he says, he was there when we named you now. He was not there, you know, naming ceremony. So the conversation therefore is that, how do we put this in proper perspective? Is it love? Is it a need? Are you meeting a need? And can a parent allow their child to fall in love with somebody because he's financially secure and they know that their daughter will be here? Because at the end of the day, all your hustling with your poor young boy, the idea is this will have money now. I don't know, just to be hustling and hustling to be secure now in future.
Okay, Mariah. I wouldn't want to say that our parents advised us to marry for love. No. Most of the parents that I knew were particular about security for their children. So you bring a man home and then the first thing your parents will ask you, does he have a job? Where does he work? Where does he live? Does he have his own house? Is he paying rent? You know, those are the questions. They never asked me for once, do you love him? I did not hear that kind of question, you know. So because back in the days, in their own time, they had marriages that were arranged. It could be for political reasons, it could be for family reasons and all of that. So you bring somebody who has a good name, who comes from a good family, who can take care of you. That was the arrangement. It was in our own generation that we started saying, no, I don't care where he comes from as long as he loves me. But I've realized something in marriage, that any woman, any good woman can flourish in a loving atmosphere. You don't necessarily have to love your husband before you marry your husband. But if that atmosphere is conducive, love will grow. And trust me, the love that grows lasts longer and stronger than the love that just fell into your head.
We're getting somewhere.
Their love is growing
stronger. Was it arranged?
They didn't date.
They met, you know, it was family, and then he saw her, he liked her, and then, but I see Nima blossoming under his care.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So we are still on this story of older men marrying younger women. And there are different reasons. I mean, there's a story that is actually, we saw it on Sahara Reporters. A billionaire evicted his wife after 39 years of marriage, Mrs. Agnes. I'm trying to get her name here. After 39 years of marriage, this 64-year-old oil magnate is keen on marrying a young lady. And then he threw out his wife of 39 years, and he got a court order to evict her. And then the court insisted that he had to get her an accommodation in Victoria Lake because they currently live in Banana Island. So you've built an empire with your wife, obviously. Me, I don't know the story, and I don't want to get into that story. But the truth is that you are successful, you live in Banana Island, both of you are together. And then you're now moving on to get because of a smaller, younger wife, you're now throwing out the first wife. Now, because we don't know what happened, we don't want to talk about it, but it's part of the reasons why, would you allow your child, the mother of that young girl, would you allow your child to go and marry somebody in that kind of situation? Would you say auntie is love?
Before you went into that space, you asked a question that basically got to answer, and I really would like to answer, because the question was based on, should we marry, what's the use of marrying for love when you still be hustling for financial needs? why don't you just marry someone that could take care of you financially? And I think that to each his own. Everybody will do what suits them. And some people make that decision. Some young girls make the decision that I'm not going to look for love anyway. Love is not going to take care of my needs. I'm going to go for someone who has money. And there are people that have money that are really, really caring. Now, but to the thought of marrying an older person, my reservation for that and why I wouldn't advocate or advise that is, in most cases, there was someone that groomed him into who he is. There's someone that made him the caring man you're seeing. In most cases, the average woman marries a man that doesn't really know much about taking care of a woman. You teach him, you guide him, you nurture him, you train him on what a woman likes.
They didn't train him in his house.
Yeah.
No, they train a man to focus on being responsible. They don't train a man to be a caring husband. Most of the brides groom their husbands on how to love them. So in 10 years down the line, most men happen to have a better understanding of a woman. 20 years down the line, they know the good, the bad, the ugly. They know the facial expression of a woman, what the woman wants. So you as a young baby, you are getting the result of what a woman did in the past. And if the woman left the husband, then it's okay. But if a man is pushing his wife aside because of you, I will never believe any man that is saying my wife is a witch, my wife is horrible, my wife is all that. They say all of that because of what they want. So I say any girl that is looking at a young man, an older man, that I want to marry this older man, that I'm ambitious, I want to make money, look at it. Is it putting aside a woman? Because Yoruba will say, that means the king they used to beat the former wife. They wait for you. So you would also become 40 and they will discard you.
As is age, it could be an
So yes. So at the end of the day, the same thing you're doing. You're in your 20s. The man married somebody and the woman is in her 40s, 50s, and they are discarding that one. You would also become 40s, 50s. You are likely going to get discarded.
You get spanked by the man's children.
Exactly.
You go to the graveyard and want to go and bury and
know what you're doing.
Okay, let me come to Michael. I have Michael on the phone.
That's Gary you sent to. Is it Gary she sent?
Let me take Michael. Michael, are you there for Makodi? Hello, Michael, are you there? Okay, I think we lost Michael. Right. So there are two things we're talking about now. You genuinely fall in love with an older man, right?
Because he has money.
Because he has money or because he has security. Because, hey, you don't want to struggle with a young man. At the end of the day, you struggle to buy one house. When this man
already has houses.
Plenty houses. No, or you enter a marriage because the man...
I disagree.
Okay.
You fall in love with who you want to fall in love with. Whether he has money or he doesn't have money, let's leave that one. If I decide to fall in love with an older man, that's my prerogative.
What is your reason for falling in love with the older man? Is it that you met at the club, you're hanging out with
love?
Let us break it down.
The only reason,
let's
not the elephant in the room, the only reason that makes a young girl fall in love with an older man is money.
Security.
Money.
Where did you meet? You met at the church?
Okay, what makes her fall in love with a younger man?
It's the way you make me feel.
Oh,
there's always something that makes you.
Oh, does an older man still make you feel something?
No, I don't even know what is happening around.
Oh, come on.
The elephant in the room in marriages between young and old is that the driver, the security man, somebody is servicing.
Let me ask YK. Okay. I thought that when a man starts reaching like 60, workshop wasn't really work anymore.
It's not that. Are you going to know that from meeting the man?
What are you saying?
Yes. From 60
why will workshop not work?
Why is the relationship?
That's shutting down.
At 19,
maybe one of me.
Chief Odunto. His father had him at 80.
Jesus.
Hey! Our own Chief Odunto. His father had him at 80.
No wonder.
He's watching,
Okay.
So, but the workshop might still be working. The effectiveness is not effective.
You see, there's some certain things you happen in the younger years.
1 minute.
The workshop at that level doesn't. You just hide it.
How can you know if you have not experienced it?
What we heard, biology.
What we heard by people. Your mother will tell you, at this my own mother did not tell me that one. People, you know, at that age, they are shutting down.
Yes.
If it happens, it just happens.
YK doesn't want to acknowledge because YK is nearly the age.
I disagree 100% with you people. I haven't experienced it, but I have a father who was a man about town.
Okay. Oh.
And he
I was going to bring up my own father too.
Okay. And they were complaining of some certain things. His energy was still top notch. So it's not about the age.
How can you get that kind of information from your father?
No, I'm just saying, I'm a big girl now. I grew up in the house. I became friends with some of my stepmothers now. So we gist, we talk, you know. They helped me go through life and understand certain things about men. We talk. So I know that because you are older does not mean that you no longer know how to love, or you no longer know how to take care, or you no longer have the energy. It depends on your libido. There are several factors that could, you know, otherwise affect the other room. So it's not about age. Now, some elderly men that I know take better care of themselves than even the younger ones. They are the ones that go to the gym. They are the ones that are working out. They are the ones that... We have somebody very close to us who is married to an older man, and we see how fit he comes out looking. So, I don't want to mention names. Oh, okay. So, will you now say he's no longer performing because of his age?
Yeah, I know somebody that is married an older man,
and
I know what the
No, I think it's unfair. We have problems in marriages, even with younger men who are not able to perform. So, it's not about age. It's about how fit you are, how you can take care of yourself.
Let me take this for Wike. I'll come to you. Emmanuel, are you there from Kano? Emmanuel, are you there? Okay, go ahead, Wike.
Really, I want to sit up. I was going to say, my own father, even though he died at 58, he was at that 58 or 57, whatever. He was an action man. He was servicing 3 times a day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He was not well now. He was sick now.
Go and ask anybody. Go and ask anybody.
She's telling you from my experience. She was there.
Go and ask anybody. I'm not saying it because he's my father. I'm saying what I know.
Servicing 3 times a day.
Yes. So, excuse me. So, what I'm trying to say here is, don't look at the age.
Okay.
There are some men that can do it.
They are blessed.
They are blessed.
They are blessed.
They are endowed. Let's go on a break. Okay, so let's back down. So they are endowed men at that age. Okay, we'll come back to this matter. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So we are still on this matter of marrying an older man. So we discussed the issue of ability. He knows that. Now, there's another part that we've not touched on. The part that younger girls manipulating older men who are settled or who are married with children. You see an old man who is rich, is wealthy, and you now go and start saying, daddy, school fees, small. You know, this man, maybe him and his wife are not very, very close. And before you know it, you use all the tools available to you.
Massaging the leg, massaging the hand.
The everything. Use the man and now take the man away. To the point that the man now willing to throw away mommy in there, because mommy is now mommy. Mommy is now mommy. She has older children and she's she's not very active in the other room. So you now take the opportunity. You now come and take. Is that acceptable? Would you as a mother? That's one thing. Would you as a mother allow your child to go and marry that kind of person, the man, or would you even encourage your daughter to marry that kind of a man that is old enough to be her father in these circumstances? I'm talking about circumstances of but to the girl, I'm feeling a vacuum. Mommy is not able to. I'm helping him. I'm there. He loves me. I'm there to care for him. I don't want to struggle with another man. I want to be there. So in her own mind, she loves him. Do you think it's right? I want us to discuss it, because they'll tell you a man has reached a certain age where he needs somebody younger, fresher, you know. All this mommy. To
clean the blood. That's what they say.
To clean the blood.
Detoxify.
Is that practice still acceptable today? That's the conversation.
Okay, Mariah, first of all, I find it offensive that they put the blame on women. Because a girl will not just see a man and start going to meet the man that she doesn't know before. Come and pay school fees. Come and do this. Come and do that. The man is the one that called her. The man is the one that gave her the green lights. The man is the one that approached her. So the girl decides to use the opportunity to, milk whatever she can milk, and then the man starts falling in love. It's not her fault. So what I tell young people is, if you're not interested, if they come, you say no. You just say no. Now, because the narrative they share to women is, I was there, the young girl now came, she was flaunting and all of that. Why didn't you look away? because you wanted it. You wanted to chop and clean mouth. And you now enter Kayamata hook you. And you're complaining. So people should stay where they want to be. Now, if you want a young girl, because your wife is obviously not doing whatever she's supposed to be doing for you, own it with your chest. Don't put it on, it's the girls that came, I could not resist. You know, when they chase you and chase, don't own it with your chest. I want to marry a second person to help your ministry. And make an arrangement with your wife.
I reject this.
It's painful.
Let me take this call from Ade from London. When you are 70, that's how to go song. Ade, are you there? Hello, I can't get Ade. I'm not sure how we're having.
Please, let me. Okay, I think it might be from our end. See, let me just say this thing is that.
Wait, let me
do unto others.
Hang in there. Let me see what happened for a second. So you now, thought this is your English you are speaking. Your husband is now 80, or your husband is 70. I now want small girl now come from say because people want to help your ministry.
The small girl cannot come and help my ministry. Do you know where I'm from?
Excuse me.
Do you know where I'm from? We help our ministry till old age.
Yes.
So I don't need ministry help. We are equipped to help our ministry till old age.
Let me help you because you are not even old, so you don't know. Talk from experience.
Hey! I have adjusted my chair.
The older you get, you have grandchildren. You want to be looking after your grandchildren. A man is still, his body is still, if you are not at home to answer his needs, he's going to look for something. So you have to now make that decision in your life. Are you going to continue to help that his ministry, or are you going to be looking
grandchildren
after your grandchildren?
Oh, Wike, I love this part.
Okay,
I love this angle.
May I respond to her?
No, let me pause this angle. I'll come to you. I have a call. Let me take this call. Hello, are you there? Hassan, are you there? We're having issues with our call. We can't hear them.
May I quickly respond before?
So let me a little.
So I realized when I came to this part of the world, I realized that women could travel without their husbands for a long time. Even the ones who are going to nurse for their children and all of that. In my side, it's not like that. Our women don't like to leave their husband's side. So even if they, in fact, if you give birth, like my child now gives birth, she will have to come to my house. I will nurse her in my house and she will go back.
Oh,
I'm not going to leave my...
I won't husband that she left.
At that time, the husband cannot even touch her because she's still healing. She needs to heal. Right. So I will nurse her, package her, and send her back. I will not leave my husband to go to a child's house and say 3 months, 6 months. It's not going to happen. Women in my area don't do that. They stay with their husband.
So
no, I'm not a Lagos girl now. I can be in Lagos.
No,
I'm not a Lagos girl.
But the culture we know is that you go and need to help your child.
So another thing is, I also married someone in my peer group. So we are aging together. We are growing old together. So nobody's going to leave one person.
Is important to us.
The older you get as a woman, you know right now, your juices are still flowing. The older you get as a woman, you will not even know when
your children.
You will not even know when it happens. You will not even know. But you see the man.
He's still getting
So wait, what Wike said is very important.
Okay.
So I want you to address this.
One, I'll start by saying that do unto others what you want others to do unto you. What goes around comes around. It's karma. So I think that when you sow those seeds, it will come back. That's on one end. On the other end is the fact that what Wike said, as you get older, it's not even as you get older. As you get more mature, your priorities will change. Sometimes I need to remind myself, like, I'm so busy with work, I'll quickly get home and take a nap so that I will not be tired when Oga comes back. So it is about the intentionality that I want to nurture my marriage. And I think this is a lesson for people in their 50s, that you must make it an intentionality. Like, I am intentional, I need to nurture this marriage because this man has needs. He's had them since he was in his 30s. He will not reduce in his 60s. So I must decide that even as I'm taking care of my children and I'm taking care of my grandchildren, I must not lose. Because the reason we get married, Murayo, and I always said it here, is for companionship in our old age. So when you are now old, don't now lose the companionship that you have sown the seed for years.
Let me come back to that. Let me take Ade first. Ade, are you still there? Hello, Ade.
Our calls today. Wow.
I don't think I'm taking any more calls today. Obviously, I'm having issues with our phone lines. Right, so this angle we are on right now is extremely important. Because the reason why a lot of men go out, especially at that age, is because they feel that my wife she's in America for 6 months. I'm here. I still have needs. But as a man at that age, should your needs be that matter.
Lori,
shouldn't your needs be, I am saving money to my children?
Cancer.
Okay, just
when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, is that what causes it?
Yes, go and read it. It's everywhere on the internet. You see all the videos. It's what causes prostate cancer. Excuse me, your man needs it, whether you like it or not.
Okay, so if that is the case,
so if you don't have power.
Okay, so why
make sure you have power when you're 60.
Let me stay on that for a second. So as a woman, if you know I don't have power, I'm 55 years old. I have a grandchild. My child is struggling to work in the US. She needs me to come around for 6 months to stay with her child. Now, I would accept that my husband, I cannot provide that need for you. Should I then allow auntie small girl to go and stay with
People do that.
People do.
But I wanted to
modern day and
complain.
age. No, people do in modern day and age. Provide their husbands with somebody to assist them. A servicing girl. They have an arrangement with the girl that help him. You are not going to be married. You will never have an inheritance. You must not have children for him. I have heard those conditions.
Do and go.
Yes, you are here to just help me take care of the other room. And that's your job. No child from you. No marriage.
For real?
Yes, you pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to say
In this Lagos.
Lori Iro, to all those, a man would always be a man. And I'm telling you, because of the sort of people that I have had therapies with, I've had consultations with. The way women decline is the same way men decline. If you meet people who have met when they were young and how they were firing, it gets to a certain age, plus the man, plus the woman, everything drops. Now, the excuse men give you for wanting variety is that you are not servicing enough. We have seen men who their wives give them, they still go out and have dates.
True.
So how do you explain that? So nobody should come and give you the excuse that it's because they will tell you, that's the lie they tell to women, that my wife, she's old now, she doesn't dress well again, she doesn't take care of herself again, I'm no longer interested in her, she doesn't even have energy, she's always carrying these children. What about the women that have energy? They wait for you. You can't even perform more than 7 seconds. You have gone. And then you carry down your disability and give it to every other woman.
Let me take this call, Ibironke. Ibironke, are you there?
Sorry.
Hello, Ibironke. Hello, Ibironke, are you there? We're having issues with our phone lines. I think we should just take tweets. YK, do you have tweets? Hello, Ibironke, are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Morning, thanks for calling.
Hello.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Ibironke, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, madam.
Morning.
Hello.
Oh.
She can't hear us.
Hello.
We can hear you very clearly, madam.
Hello, I can't hear you.
Just talk.
Hello.
Correct.
Hello.
Okay, let's take a few tweets, please.
So, Boo for Boo says, okay, this is, they've warned me, but I'm going to read this. He said, BC, we should consider having a sure relationship. Appreciate your counsel always. Ajura Wallo says, Auntie, BC is making excuses for young lady and girls of these days, those using Kayamata stuff. The man doesn't have to toast them. They work on the man from home because they have agenda. So it's a target. So they work on them. So how does the man eat the Kayamata if he doesn't toast them? Sherifat says, if they all have the same point of view, okay, especially on this particular issue, the show will be boring. I like the spice she brings.
Some girls from broken families sometimes look out for a father figure from their man. They need a man to pamper them, trust them completely, allow them wear what they want, and still understand and do not use harsh words on them. Please respect the difference.
Let me ask this question before you move on. So you're with your husband, you built a beautiful house, you're living in Banana Island, your kids are grown, they are doctors, they are of the world, they are like an Okonjo-Iweala sister who's the best, the physicist in wherever, they have done well. As a woman, you are fulfilled. Everything is going on well for you. And the man just feels that, okay, in this area of this other place, I want somebody younger. Why? Should you as a woman object? Wait, listen, I have everything. What else are you going to kill on wagon as a 60-year-old woman, 65-year-old woman? Maybe not white, because of my kid. Let me increase the age to 65.
You can use me. You can use me. When we go offset, I will give you one gist. Because NBC will write us later. I will give you that gist.
No, because you're thinking about it. What is a 65-year-old woman looking for? What else? What else are you looking for, YK? Hey, so should you just accept and just go?
No. I said it earlier.
You see, what you're saying is, look, I will use myself as an example. I have a relationship. We are relatively the same age.
Yeah.
And I know that if we go too long without
each other.
There will be complaints. Me as an older woman, I'm not whether, but I know that there are some things that I have to do. I must do. So I do them.
So, but
because you are almost 60.
but she must still be doing
one
that.
gist after.
Let's go and break. What
break.
Let's say the Jesus will come back. Stay with us, brother.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. So, we got some hot gist during the break, which we cannot share. And we shut out the table, but Tokwe, go ahead.
So, YK said something, and I think that it is, as a child, looking at it now, I was selfish. And I think many children are selfish, especially many female children. When we have our kids, we just expect that our mom should leave whatever she's doing and show up and support us. And I had that expectation, like, she didn't even have a condition. I didn't give her, it wasn't a choice thing. I've had children, show up. Even in America, people do it. Once you have children, you expect that grandma will come. We've forgotten that there's a grandpa. And grandpa needs nurturing. Grandpa took care of, grandpa and grandma grew up together so that they can nurture each other in old age. So this is just to push the message that we should stop just taking it for granted. If you are bringing in your mom from Nigeria to America to take care of your children, bring in your dad as well. Ensure that you have both of them together so that
my parents
you're not leaving.
My house.
So you shouldn't have one person because the two of them have become one, and we must take that.
Oh, sorry. For a second, I thought on a commercial break.
No, but really, at the end of the day, we should begin to look at it. We should start considering it that your father is suffering, and they used to tell me, they're like, you kept mommy for how many months? Who will be cooking for daddy? I'm like, oh yeah, true. We did think of it.
You see, you have forgotten that grandpa might have work. Grandma is taking time. Grandma too has work. She's taking time off work to come and look after you. Grandpa can't just get up and because grandpa.
So let's Omugo should be 3 weeks.
Wait, when
I go and look after my daughter, I can't expect my partner to follow me because he is even a workaholic. So he's going to stay, and the most he will take off time is 2 weeks. I dash him 3 weeks. He will never take more than 3 weeks off. He wants to. So it's not possible. So you have to know how you are going to weigh the options. And I know that when I went for that 3 months, I got a lot of complaints. But,
you were not there to service.
I don't know about service. I'm not there.
But wait, YK, at that age, shouldn't a man be, you see, a man and woman, shouldn't we be responsible enough to say, you know what, Mojukuro, must you have it? Must you do it?
Well, no, the body has needs. Their body needs.
You are mature. You are a grandpa. You are balagba. There are certain things.
No. Let's just deal with that one. No, the body has needs. Biology has needs.
Would you say Daddy Gio will have that kind of complaint?
Daddy is 79 and is worshiping the Lord.
Let's
leave Daddy Gio out of this.
Let's see how.
Let me take this
action.
Let me
somebody that can go on the pulpit and talk for 3 or 4 hours. What are you telling me?
So Holy Spirit is powering that talk. YK, please don't even bring it into this conversation.
It's a lie.
No.
Let me talk to Daddy Gio. I will tell you.
Let me talk to Richmond. Thank you very much, YK. I don't need your feedback on this. Richmond, are you there? Oh yes, our lines are working now. Are you there? Oh, fantastic. Good to hear you. Go ahead, please. Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much. You people are really trying.
Thank you.
You know, you are not my house. You are not my house. In the name of Jesus Christ. Yeah, I just want to contribute to this issue.
Please go ahead.
For a young lady getting married to an older man, honestly, there's no love in that. There's no love in that at all.
100%.
The issue, the main reason of such a marriage is money. The basement of is that money.
Okay.
Now, these days, you see some women even send their child, their female child, to go towards a rich man because they have targets. The money is what they want, not even the law. They don't even care what comes out of that marriage. Okay. They could just go there and get whatever they want to get and leave. If anything happens, they don't care. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much for your views. Let's give you more calls. We have tweets. YK, talk about BC.
We have a lot of tweets.
Please
but
go
I
ahead.
want to say that
Let me take some tweets
we
first.
should try and be considerate to our parents. You know, having to leave their spouses to come over. Now, I know that there are some women who have made it a point of duty that their own children would have to come over. So I'm in my house, I nurture you, and when it's time for you to go back, you go back. Now, a man who chooses to go and sleep around when the wife is nursing is on the man. It's not about the wife, because even if the wife is in the house, you cannot do anything at that time. The woman needs to heal. And I wanted to quickly mention this. I had a case where a woman complained that immediately she comes out from the hospital, the guy wants to go straight and start doing, and it was a major problem. They had to suture her 2 times. She went back into. It's a major topic we should discuss on another day. But I think men should learn to hold themselves for a bit till their wives heal and come back.
That's my conversation.
It's partnership.
At that age, shouldn't you have restraint? Shouldn't you be able to
At
hold
any
yourself?
age.
If
At
your wife
any
goes for
age.
6 months,
If someone has Mariah 6 months is too long by all standards.
It's too long.
6 months is too long by it is
3 months.
extremely unfair to let a man go 6 months without servicing.
I know a person who told me, this is a guy that a very popular man. He told me that he did 3 years without his wife. Without.
And he survived. Did he
Why?
die?
What happened?
He had to
Why?
go to South Africa. No.
Why? We need to understand the
He had to go to
context.
South Africa, and his wife didn't get a visa, so they were going back and forth. So, and he didn't cheat on her.
But when he came back
You
home,
know, the man can say many things that are not true.
Why do you choose not to believe a man like that?
no, but
I am just telling you that, you know that the mouth can say many things that are not true.
I believe that you can control. Self-control is important. And we must
Self-control
preach
is
it.
possible.
It is
Self-control is
possible,
possible.
and it is important.
Yes.
And if your wife has a medical condition, there are people that are going through cancer, and you hear their husband is cheating, it is irresponsible for a man to go cheating when the wife is facing a life and death situation. Of course, there are exceptions to the rules concerning this servicing we're talking about. Yeah. But it is important that we create room for this. The body needs it.
Are you there? Thanks for calling.
Along the time.
Bola, thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Please, what I know is that it's not the best for older men to go for a very, very young girl. Because if you get to a time in which the man himself will be suspicious of the girl, if the girl wants to go out, some ordinary matters and dress very well. You'll be having feelings that because his workshop is not working and then the girl is just, flaunting out with younger boys. And money is not everything. You understand now? So most cases it's not always the best. It doesn't go. And the girl herself will not even be going out. The man will be suspicious. She will not have confidence in the man. The man does not have confidence in her. What type of relationship is that? All because of money. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I like where she took us to, because that is the real cocoa of the matter. When a man who is much older marries a younger girl, when that woman is 40 and the man is 80, that woman's
Our body is gingered. Yeah.
He action done the less.
Yeah.
We don't less.
He will now start suspecting when she's going out, when she's
Who
doing.
she's hanging out
Hey.
She can't do all
If we are arguing from that point of view, but where a man cannot marry a younger woman, or
There's no love.
it can happen.
Okay, let's take a few more tweets.
It can happen. There are tweets to you,
take
Muraya, that they are abusing you for not allowing me to say the gist.
No, that's private gist.
Bilkis Morenike says, I don't think it's for anyone to decide as long as it's between 2 adults. If we are 5, I don't know what this means, about the older men marrying younger wife, what's with the younger woman also preferring older men? We should question their motive as much as we question the man's intent.
Andrew StarTimes says, I think this topic should extend into tomorrow also. I thank God I have looked after myself very well. It shows that Moakabash will not know what to do when she and Aobi reach 60. Is Muriel jealous of younger women dating older men?
Omoyomas Emmanuel says, hold your man very well, oh. About 35,000 female couples are done with serving Nigeria recently. Their next target now is husband.
Hey, let me take this call from Muriah. Muriah, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks for calling. Morning. Good morning. I think our first Muriah on the show. Woo! First Muriah in the building.
Okay, thank you. It's good to participate in this. It's very interesting. But I need to correct an opinion. I'm agreeing with YK, really. Other people. Talk you haven't gone through this kind of a thing, and you are saying everything is based on money. It's not all on money. We are here in Lagos. You don't know what is happening in other rural areas. People marry a lot, not because of marriage, and they marry older men for so many reasons, not money. It could be that they have helped in different ways. We saw what that happened in our...
We didn't get that. Say that again, please.
I said marriages between older men and younger girls happen in villages very well, and it has nothing to do with money. It could be that the man has one way, probably helped that family in a little way, you know. An issue happened in Akure. In my own opinion, I thought it was that a pretty girl married an older man that he hasn't gone through such things. You will think it's not possible. It's not all about money. And love can also grow, according to YK, when money comes in place. And there are times when you find somebody, it's just affection. You like the person, and you marry the older man, and you are friends for life. So these things happen. It's only those who have the experience that can speak better in line of this.
Thank you very much, Mariah.
Thank you.
That's what they don't know that I have experience.
Okay,
I'm the only person that is 60
I was
years.
with you now.
Should I share your experience?
Apart from you.
The experience you gave us during the break, should I share it?
Should we
You can share it.
I should share it.
NBC will write you letter. Me, I can share it. I can share it.
Me, I'll share it.
It's just that I'm afraid of NBC.
Let me share it.
Can you share it in the next
Why
week?
can't
They put their eye on our shit.
YK shared a story with us that at her age, you know, she was a dancer in Fela's shrine. She was
I wasn't a dancer in Village.
She was training
a positive force.
A positive force. She was a dancer. We all know that YK was a dancer. She used to train almost all the dancers. Anyways, so because she's a dancer and the dancer, she thought that she could be doing all the gymnastics in the other room. So at her age, she went to go and do gymnastics
on a particular day.
On a particular day, the thing just hook her.
My back does it.
She just said,
so sometimes the heart is willing, but the body cannot.
Let me lie down, please. I beg. I cannot. Let's not stop this thing at this point. I need to lie down.
I told her that on those days you should use wisdom. There are certain days you wake up as a woman, even as we are getting older, you will notice that your body is nothing. You just lie down and just move gently for those days. Now, those days that your body is you fire down. You don't fire down every day.
Anyway, we have to go. Please.
NBC is how.
Mommy,
I was not there.
Mommy, you are 50, you are 60, you are 70.
Use wisdom.
Use wisdom. Rora, show. If daddy wants to go and do other girl, let him go and do. Why
you will not
don't teach us that.
If daddy wants to go and do 70, that's their business. As a 70-year-old, your fulfillment that your children are grown. You are alive, take up. Just go and hook
that's not
speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself in the bedroom. Go and have issues. I beg.
Don't go and give people bad advice.
Exactly.
Speak for yourself.
Keep yourself young.
Yes.
Keep yourself
Do
young.
energetic.
Eat well.
Exercise. As we run off, once again, in commemorating the 2021 International Women's Day, the ladies of your view will be joining other women across the world to promote gender equality and inclusion. We choose to challenge to create a better world for all. We also encourage fans to share what they choose to challenge via their video using the hashtags choose to challenge, hashtag your view choose to challenge, and hashtag your view TVC so we can post it and see it. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Agbalagba, be agbalagba. Omode, damode. See you tomorrow. Bye.
We disagree with you.